Hey guys, I'm ZeldaMaster and welcome back to Epona Express. And before we get started, I guess I should address something you may be wondering, and that is the different room. If you saw the last video, you would have seen a completely different setup, and yeah, I decided to change everything. It's funny because I just recorded a room tour about it, and now I'm in a completely different room. Don't worry, I will show off how this room looks. I actually posted a video of it on Snapchat like a couple days ago, so if you're following me, you might have seen it, but yeah, I decided to change rooms just so I can have more privacy. Plus, if you saw how small that room was, it wasn't really worth it. I just decided to move everything in my bedroom. That way I have my bed and my whole office set up, so I can record as soon as I roll out of bed if I want to now. So overall, it's just more convenient for me. But that's aside the point. I guess we should get started with the video, and like I said, I will show off how the room looks really briefly. I don't think I need to do a whole room tour because you guys already know what's in the room aside from the bed, because you've seen it all within the office room tour that I did last time. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the Q&A. That will always be like the first segment of every single episode of the series. So yeah, all the questions you guys asked me in the last video, both on the YouTube video as well as on Twitter, I will be answering. If I don't answer them all, don't worry, I will answer the rest of them or whatever I didn't answer in the next video, as well as the new comments I get on this episode. So you can easily tweet at me or comment on this video with the hashtag Epona Express if you want me to answer your comment. But let's go ahead and get started. Alright, to start off, we're going to be answering Twitter questions just because they're a lot easier to look up, and I received a lot less than the YouTube comments. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. And our first question we received with the hashtag Epona Express on Twitter is from Zant, also known as @thefurball98, and he says, which Zelda CDI game do you plan on playing first? P.S. I love your videos. Thank you, Zant. That sounded weird to say, but thank you, I appreciate it. And yeah, which Zelda CDI game do I plan on playing first? Well, to answer that, the most simplest way is I don't know, because I tried playing the Zelda CDI games. Like, I downloaded an emulator for the Philips CDI thing, and I could never get it to work on my computer. For some reason, there's a bunch of lags and whatnot. If I can get it to work, I'd maybe do the Wand of Gamelon first, just because I heard a lot of good things about it, even though I heard a lot more negative things about the CDI games. But yeah, if I were to play one, maybe I'd play it on the channel. I just have to know how to get it to run, because I don't own a Philips CDI, nor do I know how to record one. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. And for everyone else who's wondering if I'm going to LP CDI games, maybe if I can get it to work. I just don't know how to do it now. So yeah. Alright, and the second Twitter question comes from Zelda, and she says, what's the first Zelda game you played? And how has your opinion changed about it over the years? Love your vids. Alright, thank you. And to answer your question, the first Zelda game I ever played, and I actually mentioned this a lot throughout my videos, and that is Ocarina of Time, obviously for the N64. I believe the first time I played it, I want to say 4 or 5. I was really young, and I couldn't really even hold the N64 controller. Like, it was too big for me at the time, or at least holding it properly. Like, I couldn't wrap my fingers around the button. So I would watch my mom play it. She actually had the guide, and she was trying to 100% it. And I remember the first time she completed the first 3 dungeons and then got the Master Sword, and then she left the Temple of Time, and I saw the Redeads for the first time, and I was terrified. The scream, the way Link freezes, and you just seem so vulnerable. So what I ended up doing was I took the cartridge of Ocarina of Time and I hid it in the trash for 2 or 3 days until my mom kind of figured out that, it's missing because of me. So she just said, hey, whoever finds the cartridge of Ocarina of Time gets $5. So I pulled it out like an idiot and gave it back to her. I didn't give my $5, I'll tell you that, but I did start to enjoy the game more. I mean, she kept playing it. I couldn't escape the Redeads and it would haunt me, but as I grew a little older and then played Majora's Mask and beat it, I went and came back to play Ocarina of Time and beat it. And then, yeah, ever since then, I've just been a fan of Zelda. It was just the only thing that kind of strayed me away from Zelda was just I was really young and I was afraid of certain things like you know, redid. So yeah, that's my reason behind it. But yeah, Ocarina of Time was the first Zelda game I've played. In my opinion, only changed after the age of 7, and it's been like the same since. I've been loving Zelda ever since. So yeah. The next question from Twitter comes from Stevie, and it says, will you do a Let's Play of Breath of the Wild when it comes out? Also, love your videos, keep doing you. Alright, I appreciate the comment, thank you. And will I be Let's Playing Breath of the Wild? I mean, it's funny because I always get this question, and for pretty much every new Zelda game that comes out, people ask, will you do this, will you do that? The answer will always be yes. Since the beginning of my, I guess, YouTube career, you could say, my goal has been to Let's Play every single Zelda game and kind of archive it, you know, 100% and have it out there. But, you know, with newer games, it's even more exciting because I'm new to the game somewhat as well, so Let's Playing it is just way more fun. So of course, when it comes to a new game, I have way more fun doing it. So yeah, I'm gonna Let's Play any new Zelda game on release. That's without a question. So hopefully that answers the upcoming questions with upcoming Zelda games. Don't worry, I plan on doing any Zelda game and news and whatever, because yeah, this channel is based around Zelda, and I don't see a point in not doing it when I love talking about it and just making videos about it. So yes, expect Breath of the Wild content, a Let's Play, guides, bunch of other stuff. We're gonna go in when Breath of the Wild comes out. So hopefully that answers your question. The next question from Twitter comes from Gian, and he says, I know this is early, but can you do a bedroom tour? Well, okay, you got your answer later in this video. So do expect that. I mean, not necessarily a full tour, but I'll show you guys around so you guys can see the difference from the office to this room. The next question from Twitter comes from Johnny, and he says, how old are you? Pretty simple question. I'm 22. I turned 22 last July 7th, so not that long ago. And yeah, I was born in 1994, so hashtag 90s kid. The next question comes from Zachary, and he says, will you be playing the new Pokemon games when they come out? Yes, of course. I'm actually a huge Pokemon fan, for those who don't know. I love the games. I'm so excited for Sun and Moon. I'm picking up I'm picking up Moon because yeah, Moon looks way more exciting. Plus I like the legendary for that version. But yeah, I've actually played Pokemon on my channel quite a bit. I believe I've done 3 Let's Plays of Pokemon games before, even though they've been, you know, years ago. I have played Pokemon on the channel, for those wondering. I think I should just point that out because I feel like, you know, the more like I grow, the more people don't know about the older stuff I created. So if you want to, you can always check my playlists and check them out if you're interested to see me play Pokemon. But if your question is specifically, will I be Let's Playing Pokemon Sun or Moon, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I did Pokemon X, so I could do Pokemon Moon just for fun, but I'm not entirely sure if I will, because I don't really know if it will, I guess, you know, be wanted on the channel. There's already a lot of Pokemon, you know, YouTubers out there who do Pokemon, so, you know, me jumping in the mix, I'm not even good at Pokemon, so I just feel like I wouldn't really be up to par with that. So if you really want to see me play Pokemon, you can let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll stream it, maybe I will LP it if it has a high demand. But as for now, I don't plan on it, but I do plan on playing it and talking about it in the future. So yeah. The next question comes from WeebCult, or better known as @MyBodyIsReggie3. Great Twitter handle. And the question is, will you do another Let's Race? Yes, I actually have one real soon, and you can already guess what it is, and you can already guess who it's with. So guess in the comments, and if you're right, I might let you know that you're right. I kind of don't want to spoil it though for everyone, but you know, maybe I will. So guess it in the comments below. The next question comes from Zach, and he says, do you believe that Skull Kid is Skull Kid's dad? No, wait, what? Wait, what? Do they have they don't really have a connection, do they? I mean, I guess there's skulls, but no, I don't believe that. I don't think the Skull Kid has any connection with Skullkida, but I mean, I might be wrong. Maybe there are theories out there. And his second question is, can you give some tips for my new LP channel? Yeah, I guess I get a lot of people who ask me that, and it's always flattering to see people go to me for advice, because I don't really think I'm that good, but you know, I guess for advice wise, and I'd say like one of the biggest pieces of advice is to have good quality. I think that was the first thing I strived for when I started YouTube, was to improve my quality and have the best of the best I can get, because especially nowadays, it's kind of hard to compete with other people. I mean, there are companies making YouTube videos now, so being an independent person and trying to edit and do all of this is really hard to compete with people who are putting like production value that are as big as, you know, a budget of a TV show into a YouTube video. Maybe not that big, but I guess you get what I mean, like with the amount of new people. Back then, you could have the worst quality ever, like 240p was normal, and people would watch it because there weren't many people out there. But now it's like a huge competition because everyone is there and everyone's trying to strive. So yeah, my best, I guess, word of advice is to improve your quality and just be yourself, because trying to copy others is never going to work. I highly suggest not to, because I see a lot of people who do that and all they do is get hated on. That is inevitable. I mean, you will get haters no matter what. I mean, I do. I get actually tons till this day, but I guess another word of advice is to not take comments too seriously. I mean, if you do get a comment of someone like, you know, ripping you on, I guess, you can easily avoid it, because when you do think about it, if you wanted to actually respect a person like that or take their criticism seriously, they would have gave you something in a more, I guess, well-mannered tone, like just spoken better, instead of, oh, you suck, this and that. Like, why would you take someone's opinion like that seriously? I see a lot of people who do take comments like that too seriously, and all I have to say is don't. I mean, it's just the internet, and you're most likely never going to see the person. So yeah, those are my 2 words of advice. You know, just be yourself, good quality, and, you know, ignore the haters. So hopefully that helped in some sort of way. The next question comes from, I want to say, Mo, and she asks what program I use to edit my videos, and that would be Sony Vegas Pro. I'm currently using Sony Vegas Pro 13, but, you know, all of them are kind of the same. They're really laggy, but it's easy to edit, and I've been using it since I first started YouTube, and that's why I'm so used to it. I heard that Adobe Premiere and a bunch of other editing programs are much better than Sony Vegas, but Sony Vegas is the one I've been using for forever, so I'm just overall used to it. I mean, I guess I would recommend it to people who are new to editing, because it is really easy to pick up. So yeah, Sony Vegas Pro is my, you know, editing choice, I guess, for programs. The next question comes from Dylan, and he asks, what is your least favorite Zelda game? That would be Zelda 2, straight up. I mean, that's like the only Zelda game I don't really consider a Zelda game. It's so much different. It's the only 2D Zelda game, if you don't count the CDI, so nobody says, oh, what about the CDI? And, you know, like Link's Awakening and the Oracles, how you can walk in 2D in some areas, but it's not a 2D game. So yeah, just calling out people who might leave that comment. But yeah, so the 2D aspect doesn't add to it. The leveling aspect is weird. Like, there are no hearts. I don't know, it's just so much different. It's not a Zelda game. Zelda 2 was something, I think Nintendo wanted to do something completely different than the original, and it failed, so they brought back the original with A Link to the Past, and ever since then they've, you know, been following A Link to the Past and kind of changing it slightly from there on out. But the formula has stuck since A Link to the Past, and that's why I kind of consider it like the main, or like the pinnacle of Zelda games. It and Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time is the 3D version of A Link to the Past for me, because they're really identical when you compare the two. But that's aside the point. So yeah, Zelda 2, least favorite Zelda game. The next question comes from Bennington Gaming, and it asks, how did you and at Munching Orange meet? Now, for those who don't know, I've been roommates with Munching Orange for about 2.5 years, and right now I'm roommates with also Sullypones, Purple Rodri, and Johnny Awesome. Along with Munching Orange, we got a much bigger place together, but before then it was just Mo and I. And yeah, for those wondering, the Mo I usually mention as my roommate is Munching Orange. That's who I refer to, because a lot of people always ask who is Mo that I refer to, and that is, yeah, Munching Orange. But how did we meet? It's pretty much like how I met everyone I do videos with, and that is through YouTube. It's either we did videos together, and I believe most specifically was when he and I want to say a bunch of other YouTubers way back did this Minecraft Hunger Games live stream, and they were like adding a bunch of people to this group Skype call. So I was added and I played along. For some reason, Munching Orange channel boxed me after talking to me for the first time. And I thought that was weird. I'm like, I don't really know this person, but he has me in his box. So I tried to get to know him, and ever since then, we've been pretty good friends, and now we're roommates. So yeah, that's how Mo and I met. It is crazy to think, because all of my really close friends are from the internet, and imagine like the world before the internet. The only friends you had were the people who lived near you locally, and now you can have friends all around the world. All of you guys would have never known about me without the internet, and same goes, you know, vice versa. So yeah, it's really awesome to think about, to be honest. But yeah, that's how I met him, and hopefully that answers your question. The next one comes from Alex Fullerton, and it asks, what's your opinion on Zelda 3D OC compared to the old one? What do you like better? I'm assuming OC means Ocarina of Time, of course, or something. Maybe of course, maybe that's what it stands for. But yeah, Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D compared to the original. I do prefer Ocarina of Time 3D, and the reason why and what I like about it more is the visual update, the boss gauntlet they've added, and Master Quest. I mean, that is a whole new game almost, with the way they mirrored it, and then they, you know, added all the Master Quest dungeons from the GameCube version. I thought that was really nice. Overall, it's just overall better, but it plays on the 3DS, and that's the one problem I have with it, because I prefer home console games over hand consoles. So yeah. The next question comes from Nova, and it asks, what is your dream NX revival, and what IPs do you want to see be launched titles, besides Zelda, obviously? So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what it means by what is my dream NX revival. I mean, I'm excited for the NX, so that's it. And what IPs do I want to see? I would have to say, aside from Zelda, I really want to see a new Mario game, kind of like Galaxy. I'm not saying Galaxy 3, but, you know, the whole overworld Mario where you collect things. I feel like the Wii U never got that. People may say, oh, Super Mario 3D World. No, I don't really look at it like one. That's more of a multiplayer game, and it's not like the single-player Mario games like Galaxy, Sunshine, Super Mario 64. All of those were much different. So hopefully we'll get one of those as well. I'm not entirely sure what else. I mean, the Wii U didn't really get anything good, so I don't really expect much for the NX. I know Nintendo's going to try a lot harder, hopefully, with this one, and we'll get better IPs, but I don't have too high expectations for the NX, to be completely honest with you. I'm more excited for what's coming out on the PlayStation 4, aside from Zelda. Like, Zelda's the only reason why I'm so excited for the NX, and yeah, so I'm excited for Zelda, which, I mean, is obvious. I mean, you even pointed out in the question, of course, not Zelda. So I guess Mario and whatever else may come, so yeah. The next question comes from Vern, and it asks, what do you think is the reason for why the Master Sword looks the way it does in Breath of the Wild? Funny you ask that, because I actually made a video with a friend of mine known as Zeltech, and we go over why we think the Master Sword is rusted in Breath of the Wild. So go ahead and show him some love and check out the video. I'm in it, and yeah, I guess you'll get your answer there. The next question, also from Zant, is, do you plan on streaming League? I mean, I play a lot of League of Legends, for those who don't know. I'm not entirely sure if I'll ever stream it. I mean, if you guys are interested, let me know in the comments. It's whatever is suggested I can try out, really, but normally I just play it with my friends, kind of like not streaming or recording, but maybe we will record it in the future or something, because I do have a lot of fun playing, and it's just fun to play normals. I don't play League competitively, for those wondering. Like, the highest I ever gotten was Gold 5, so yeah. And the last question on Twitter comes from Ask, and it asks, this is probably late to ask, but I have a question for hashtag Epona Express. is fan art okay? And I actually answered this tweet myself, but to answer to everyone else, yes, actually, I do want to showcase fan art that I do receive from you guys within the video. So later within the video, do expect a little montage of the most recent fan art I received, and yeah, feel free to send some because I will feature it within the videos. I do really appreciate stuff like that. It does mean a lot, and it's always cool to see your guys' work like, you know, put out there. So yeah, you know, fan art is, if anything, more than appreciated. If you want to send me some, I'll be sure to showcase it in Epona Express. And now on to the YouTube questions. Now, the YouTube questions are a lot more difficult to answer than the Twitter ones because it's really hard to dissect which one is a question. Even if I use the hashtag, a lot of people on the YouTube comments have just hashtagged it and then commented about the video without questioning the video or giving me a question, I guess. So, yeah, it's really hard to like filter through the comments and know which one's a question and which one's just a comment. So if I do miss your comment and you really want me to answer it, be sure to tweet at me with the hashtag Epona Express. I was able to go through all of the tweets because they're really easy to go through, especially on your phone. But as for YouTube comments, it's just overall hard to tell. So if you don't have a Twitter, you can still leave a YouTube comment. I will try my best to read it and answer it. So the first question comes from Super Soph, and the question is, the shelf is full of amazing things. I see you have Splatoon Amiibo, so I'm guessing you have Splatoon. Yes. Would you consider playing it with some fans? So actually, Let's Played the game about a year ago when it first came out. You can actually check it in my playlists. I highly suggest just checking my playlists before asking if I did mainly like a specific Zelda game, because I get a lot of people asking me to play like, you know, Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks, Link's Awakening, games like that, which I've already done. It's been a long time ago, so you can easily check it out. But as for Splatoon, I did Let's Play it. As for playing with you guys, hopefully maybe in a stream or something, we will have to see. I have yet to really start streaming again. I want to, I'm just kind of setting things up, and hopefully we'll get back on track with streaming and daily uploads. So do look forward to that. The next question comes from Lily Meister, and the question is, who do you like more, Navi or Tattle? The answer is Tattle. I felt like Tattle had a lot more personality than Navi. I mean, granted, both were really annoying. I didn't really like Navi. She was extremely annoying, but Tattle wasn't as annoying, if you ask me. Plus, I liked her sound effect. It was kind of like a bell or something. The weird dings. I thought it was pretty cool. And overall, I felt like Tattle had more of a purpose to be with you instead of just, hey, you have to aid this person on their journey and do that. Like, Tattle's reason was to save her brother, Tail. So yeah, I mean, overall, I just think, you know, Tattle had more story, so it was easier to relate to than Navi. When you have someone really emotionless, I mean, I wouldn't say Navi is, Fi is emotionless when it comes to, you know, Link's companions, but, you know, Navi was just really annoying in my opinion. I thought Tattle was just overall a lot more interesting when it comes to a fairy companion. But still, overall, my favorite fairy companion Link has had is Ciela, and you can see my top 5 favorite companions. I'll be sure to maybe link it so you guys can check it out if you want to, so you can know who I like more than what. But yeah. The next question comes from Bill, and it asks, if you were forced to kick someone out of your house besides yourself, who would it be? Then if you could kick yourself. I wouldn't kick myself, no. I don't want to be homeless, but if I had to pick one person to kick out, I guess I would have to choose out of the people you guys know, which would be Johnny, Munching Orange, Sully Pones, and Purple Rodri. I would have to say Purple Rodri. The next question comes from Noah, and this isn't really a question more so than it is a request. And it is, I want to see what you look like without your glasses. People tend to look very different with and without glasses. I do agree. I've actually been told I look a lot different. For those wondering, this is how I look without glasses. Yeah, surprise, right? It might look a lot different than, you know, you're used to because, yeah, I'm always wearing glasses. You'll never not see me not wearing it because they're technically my eyes. I am blind without these. They're like magnifying glasses at this point with how strong the prescription is because, yeah, I can't see crap. Like when I take them off, it's completely blurry for me. So, yeah. The next question comes from Skull Kid Gaming, and it asks, did you buy your microphone stand / arm on Amazon? And if you watched my last Epona Express, you would have heard that I said I bought pretty much everything off of Amazon because I usually online shop. And to answer your question, yes, the microphone is an AT2020 from Amazon, as well as the stand was like 13 bucks from Amazon. My lights, everything in this room is most likely from Amazon or from somewhere online. I just prefer online shopping because I get exactly what I want without having to window shop, because it's just you quickly search what you want and it's just overall a lot easier. So yeah. The next question comes from Gaming Kid 101, and it asks, can you do a Kingdom Hearts Let's Play? I would really appreciate it. Now, I've been received this question quite a bit to do Let's Plays within the Kingdom Hearts series. Funny enough, I'm really, I want to say, not familiar with the series. I only played one game, and it was one of the DS titles. So yeah, when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, I don't know much, but luckily for me, and I did show this off before, I bought both 1.5 and 2.5. This is 2.5, but I've been actually playing more 2.5 than 1.5 because I'm currently beating Birth by Sleep. I'm playing Ventus's story. I'm still not done with it because I'm taking a lot of time because I've been procrastinating playing other games, but the whole point is I purchased these and I really want to stream them instead. So instead of Let's Playing them, do expect Kingdom Hearts streams. Hopefully I'll play through all of 1 and all of 2 on stream for you guys real soon. I'm not entirely sure when. I'm setting up everything for the stream. I have my splitters so I can stream PS3 games. Everything is set. It's just now I just need to start the stream. So do expect that soon. Hopefully next weekend we will have streams, going up, and maybe Kingdom Hearts will start. So if you are looking forward to that, then make sure you follow me on Twitch. Link is in the description. The next question is a simple one, and it's from Katrina. It asks, how tall are you? Now, I get a lot of people who, when they meet me at PAX for the first time, they're like surprised for some reason. I'm not sure why, but a lot of people think I'm short from these videos. I don't know if you can really tell my height, but I'm actually 6'1" exactly, so you could say a little above average. I'm not short though, for sure. I'm not sure where people get that impression, but yeah. And for the final YouTube question of this episode, yes, I'm gonna stop answering questions now so we can get on to the next segment of this video, because I feel like I've been sitting in front of the camera for quite a bit answering questions. Though don't worry, if your question wasn't answered, I will answer it in the next episode, and feel free to leave more questions down below or on Twitter. Just make sure to hashtag Epona Express if you want it to be answered. Anyways, as I was saying, the final question I want to answer, and it's funny because I kind of brushed it off when I mentioned it, and that is, did I get hit by a car or what happened? Because if you watched the last Epona Express, I mentioned how the headphones I have right here, these red ones, I'm not entirely sure if you can see them, maybe you can, I'm moving it, hopefully I didn't do anything to my microphone or anything too loud, but as I was saying, yeah, these headphones I got hit by a car in, and I didn't really talk about it too much. Now, for those who don't know, if you've been subscribed to me for about 2 years now, you might have seen an update video called I Got Hit by a Car. It's still up on YouTube. You can check in my channel updates playlist the video if you want to watch it to see exactly what happened. But yeah, I did get hit by a car 2 years ago. It was during when I was Let's Playing Ocarina of Time 3D, so I remember it pretty vividly because I couldn't record for like all of December. I couldn't even put on headphones properly because my ear was so messed up. But what happened was I got hit by, it's funny because I got hit by Sully Pones' neighbor who hit me. It was really weird at the time. This was a long time ago in a completely different state. It was in Nebraska. I was just living with Munching Orange. I went for a walk, and as I was walking, I walked past Sully Pones' apartment because he lived like a mile away from Mo and I, and his neighbor was turning in to the street that I was walking past, and she ended up hitting me because she couldn't see me. According to her, it was dark and she was old and had bad vision, and I was wearing all black. I don't know. I honestly, I don't see it being my fault because the street walk had my right of way. It let me pass by, but she still decided to turn without yielding and ended up just whacking me. I flew over the car, hit the ground, and all of my, like, the back of my ear scraped on the concrete causing a huge road rash on my face, and what ended up happening is my ear itself was like torn off, so I had to get plastic surgery to put it back in place. It looked disgusting. It's crazy how normal it looks now. This is the ear that was damaged. If you look behind the earlobe itself, it's not that pretty, but I'm not gonna show that, of course, but that's what happened. So yeah, I did get hit by a car. Luckily, nothing too traumatic. It was just literally my ear got scraped massively, but it was all skin. Like, it had nothing to do with my, you know, ear internally or anything. So yeah, luckily it was just, you know, a small scratch, if anything, and that's the whole story. You can watch it, you know, while I'm dealing with it in my update video, because I recorded it when my ear was still really messed up. So go check that out if you want to, I guess. But anyways, that does it for answering questions. I feel like I've been rambling on for quite a bit answering the questions, and I've just overall been sitting in front of the camera for a really long time, to the point where the battery died twice and I had to swap between them. So yeah, let's just jump to the next segment, and that is the unboxing thingy majig I want to do. And here it is. I got another Loot Crate anime. I actually got this like the week after I posted the last video. So yeah, it's not like a monthly subscription thing. I don't know. I believe it is, but since these are like promotional items I'm receiving from Loot Crate, which thank you for sending me. Yes, this is a promotional item just so I can showcase it for those who don't know. I'm not being paid per se, but they're sending it to me for free so I can make a video talking about it. So let's open it up, and the first thing I want to go ahead and show off is, you know, the first view you get. You know, this is the exciting part, right? I know the box is meant to be made into something, but I don't really care. Let's just see what we have. So here we have a Loot anime. Is this Sailor Moon? No, this is not Sailor Moon. I don't know what anime this is. I feel so bad because I'm really like unaware when it comes to anime. I've watched, I want to say, like 15 in total. I keep saying I only have seen like 3, but I'm lying. It's just because I don't remember them, because I remembered I did see Kill la Kill and Gargantia, which are also Figmas on my shelf. So I have seen more animes than FMA and Dragon Ball Z, but I just don't remember them off of the top of my head. Those are just the 2 most, I want to say, impacting ones I have, and just, you know, ones I love till this day that I can always rewatch. I'm so excited for DBZ Super. I've seen the first, I want to say, 20 episodes, and then I stopped watching because, yeah, it's crazy. You have to see it, but I'm waiting for it to be dubbed, because I actually do like Funimation's dub. I like Chris Sabat as Vegeta. I like Sean, I forgot Goku's voice, but I like them all. I grew up watching them, so I need those voice actors. Funimation, I think, does a good job with a lot of their voices, so yeah. But I don't, what is it? It's supposed to be like a pencil dispenser, eraser, you know, fun? What? I don't know, actually. There's something in here, though. Let me just quickly open it up so we can... Chopsticks! It's for food! It's a little food thing. Luckily, I know how to use chopsticks. So, maybe this will come in handy. You know, put a little food in it. Then I can put it in my mini fridge I have right behind me. Or in front of me, I guess, behind the camera. I mean, we'll see. So that's that. So yeah, that's a cool food thing. And here we have, hey, speaking of Funimation, actually, I got a little, hopefully it focuses, it might not, but I got a little Funimation box. I don't know what this is from, but let's just open it up. That's the thing. I don't know, I was offered Loot Anime and not like Loot Gaming, because there's so many kinds, and I'm not really the biggest anime fan to be showcasing this. I just kind of took whatever they sent my way, to be honest, but I think Loot Gaming would have made a little more sense. Maybe not, because I'm not a fan of too many games. I don't know. Either way, we got a tie. I don't have a shirt ready, like, proper for this, but you know what? Let's just put this bad boy on. This is not how you're supposed to do it, but whatever. Check it out. I got a tie right now. Okay, I'm just gonna take this off. This is so weird. I don't understand why they give me like clothes and Loot Crate. I'm not looking for clothes. I'm looking for like game. I mean, if it's a really cool shirt like my Praise the Sun shirt, maybe, but it's not. So, you know, I'm not really happy with this stuff. But I mean, it is interesting. And oh, look at this. This is a Persona 3 manga, I believe. For those who don't know, I am trying to play Persona just because my roommate, for those who don't know, Johnny Awesome, I've done videos with him. You should check him out if you're into Persona, because that's all he talks about and does on his channel. So Yeah, that's actually really cool. I'm sure he'll like it if I give it to him. I might just give him whatever Persona memorabilia is in here, because I'm sure he'll appreciate it. And yeah, so here we got... I'm just trying to open it up for you guys so we can kind of see what we have. I just feel like I'm unfamiliar with a lot of this. And I feel bad because I wish I knew what I was opening. I mean, here, I have no idea what these little keychains are. But if it was like of an anime character I knew of, I mean, I'd like it more, I guess. But, I mean, these are really nice. They're really cool, though. They are cool. I like them. I mean, I guess I'll just give them out as gifts because they're interesting. What? I got 4 of them? And they're actually like really well detailed and would make nice keychains. So, nice. No idea who they are though. You can let me know in the comments if you know of this anime. Here I have some pins and a little board. I'm not opening that. And then a Digimon Adventure. What? Okay, I love Digimon. Digimon, that's an anime that's good. I watched the original Digimon way back. So, there's that. I don't exactly know what's in it. I don't know if, oh, there's nothing in it. I think it's just a little card, right? No. Oh, there's multiple cards. Okay, you know what? I'm just ripping this. Let's see what we have. Oh my god, this is awesome. So, this is all the new Digimon, but this one. I guess, well, okay, these are the Digimon I'm familiar with. And then these characters, I'm not familiar with, unless these are all the main characters just older. I think that's what it is. I don't know. And here's the last slide, which was the original one I got with Agumon, and I forgot the main character's name because it's been a while. And I also got a little wristband thingy. I'm assuming that's what this is for. So yeah, it's really weird looking, so I'm not really gonna use it. But there we go. So that does that for this box. And you know, I'll be honest, it was better than the last one, though. I also am not really familiar with most of the stuff in there, so I don't know if I enjoyed it too much. Anyways, speaking of mail, there is something I actually purchased for myself off of Etsy, and I really want to show it off to you guys. So I'm going to, pull it off the wall because you can't see it from this angle. If you did watch my most recent video where I had face cam in it, you would have seen it hung up on my office wall, but now it's hung up in my bedroom wall. And yeah, let me go ahead and grab it. And what I'm really excited to show you guys is this. Yeah, a replica of Majora's mask, and it is so well done. As you can tell, I purchased this from Etsy for about $130, I believe. It took about a month to come in. The shipping was pretty expensive, but honestly, it was worth every single penny because I'm in love with this. It looks like an actual replica of Majora's mask that we see in the Zelda series. So yeah, really well done. Like I said, from Etsy. I'll be sure to actually keep a link in the description, but I thought I'd show it off because I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering where I got it from, especially when I put it on my wall in one of my recent update videos. I got a lot of comments asking about it, so yeah, I thought I'd show you guys the mask itself up close so you guys can see how it looked. And if you want to get your own, you can. I mean, I just really like the way it came out, and it's nice to have it on my wall. It reminds me of Link with A Link Between Worlds, how he has a Majora's mask on his wall. Now I have my very own. So yeah, it is just amazing. But anyways, that is that. So I guess I'm going to end it off here. I don't really have much else planned, and plus I feel like the Q&A dragged on a little bit. So I guess I'll end it off here, and hopefully next time I'll have something else new to open up for you guys, as well as other things to showcase. But I hope you enjoyed the very first episode of Epona Express. I'll be sure to quickly show you guys how my room looks right as I end off, and I'll see you all in the next one. So, bye!